am now a strategist on the category management team for Hershey, specifically on the advisor side, front end, supporting Walmart here in Rogers, Arkansas. Oh, it can vary so much, but it's very complex to kind of describe what my role is. So I am a Hershey employee, but the really cool part about my role is I actually get to help Walmart with their whole candy front end category. So helping them grow other brands, not just Hershey holistically, really kind of sets apart really what my role encompasses. But on a day to day, it's really kind of strategizing, thinking through how we can grow Hershey and other categories within Walmart, and also making recommendations as to flow in different stores, especially in the area and all across the 4,500 stores that Walmart has. So within engineering, I've always loved math. Reading was definitely one of my weaknesses, and I felt that I should definitely leverage my math skills. And definitely, once I started learning a little bit more about engineering, it was kind of new to me, especially in high school. But as I started learning the University of Arkansas and the different types of engineerings, chemical engineering specifically was very interesting to me because it would give me the opportunity to work with different brands or items, more on like the R&D side, and really kind of having those problem solving skills to kind of bring to life the math aspect of it and getting to work with different products too. What I would say engineering really taught me is how to learn. The ability to learn was with a lot of the courses that the University of Arkansas offers. A lot of the tests and homeworks were kind of an ability to take different sorts of information and find a good way to solve a problem and then be able to learn from that as well. And I feel like engineering plays such a big role in my role now, just because I had such a big transition from the engineering world to more of the business sales side. I definitely had to have that perspective and mindset of learning how to learn because everything was so new. But within analytics now as a strategist, I definitely look at data. I'm always looking for problem solving opportunities and ways to be more efficient, and then root cause analysis too. So overall, I feel like engineering is kind of one of those majors that you can take within any type of industry. If you're always willing to learn something new, it's definitely something you can always leverage. Yeah, so of course, coming into the Honors College within PATH program itself, if you didn't necessarily meet the qualifications to get into Honors College, PATH was definitely one of those opportunities where you still felt part of the Honors College and honestly motivated you to kind of get those other qualifications to come into the program. But some of the things that the Honors College really helped with is the study hours. That was something that was very honed in to the PATH program. And of course, with engineering, you always kind of have to study, but it really gave you that structure to kind of take it one step further and say, okay, at the time it was 10 hours of studying, and how am I really going to divvy that up? And it made me a little bit more accountable with how I was actually utilizing my time versus, okay, this is complete, but really how much time am I actually dedicating to the classes? So that was really one big piece too when it came to the academics portion with the PATH program. And then I would also say the mentorship program that came on the very last year, my senior year. I feel like that really helped me kind of connect with my professors and get a little bit closer and feel a lot more comfortable kind of reaching out when those problems did come with a task that I didn't necessarily feel comfortable with. So I would say the Honors PATH program really helped me kind of leverage both my time and then also my relationships to kind of bring that together with the academics. I would say really kind of thinking about the first year was that sense of community. I would say I would love for that to kind of continue and for those new cohorts that are coming in to stay close because you're all kind of in the same page, really in the same life stage too. It's to stay connected and really help each other when it comes to the cohort specifically. I would say with the program itself, it's also continuing some of those things that I was also able to leverage. Of course, for cohorts like 10 years myself, I'd love to continue having the opportunity to even come and share some of the things that I've already learned with the new cohorts. And it kind of gives me those refreshers. I was like, I was there at one point, and really kind of have that connection with them too, because there are, so many new experiences and different cohorts that have had different experiences. Is how can we continue to kind of have a full 10-year cohort and kind of share those experiences with the freshmen and the seniors and now those, of course, now in the professional field as well. Recruiting and just being able to help is something that is always kind of gives me that little gleam in my eye that gets me really excited. I've always loved being able to help people and teach people. And so recruiting itself is very important. Now being on this side, it kind of takes me back. So within Hershey right now, I'm actually co-leading our internship program internally. And so it's kind of a two-phase part. You kind of think about how it actually is to get to an internship and then how it is to actually be an intern. And so it really kind of takes me back when I do come on campus with students from the University of Arkansas. I definitely try to take my time with the students and kind of gauge them. Hey, if this isn't the opportunity for you, here are some steps that you could take for maybe next year, or different pieces of that sort. But recruiting here specifically is just really important because we are local, coming from the same alma mater. We kind of went through some of those experiences too. And I'd love at some point to be able to help recruit a PATH alumni or any of that sort to be able to come into the internship program too. But I would say it's just really important to kind of nourish those relationships and kind of go back and think through, hey, these are the things that I struggled with. How could I continue to give back to those? And some of the lessons I probably learned the hard way, others don't need to learn them that way. So it's how can I continue to kind of give back and share as much as I can. Don't be afraid of being uncomfortable and don't be afraid of those awkward situations. I simply say that because as I think back through my freshman year, sophomore year, in the PATH program and in the university, I was always questioning myself, why am I putting myself in these uncomfortable situations when I could just be studying? But those uncomfortable situations come with, be a part of leadership. I was able to be the president of B.S.Ch.E, an organization here on campus. And every time I was in those uncomfortable situations, something always followed that, whether it was a new opportunity or a new learning. And that's how I've been able to grow. And so I would say, don't be afraid to be uncomfortable, because when you do start getting comfortable, that's probably when you're not learning, you're not growing. And so I would definitely say is don't be afraid to walk up to a recruiter or take a difficult class that you were probably interested, or don't be afraid to talk to your professors, because those connections, those opportunities are eventually going to snowball and get you exactly where you were hoping to be.